Hi, it's Melissa at Messymissy Creates. I'm going to make the December journal and hopefully get back into the swing of things. I was digging out, I have my Triscuit box that I like. The only thing I've done to it so far is cut off the tabs. And, oh, we have a train. Anyway, I had this sheet of paper that I thought would be cute for the journal cover. It's a little busy, but my husband helped me pick it out, so I think it's cute. Anyhow, and I have lots of ribbon choices to match it. So, but then, okay, we have a loud train. Then I found this partial roll of wrapping paper. I'm trying to use up my wrapping paper this year. This is one that I think my daughter left here a couple years ago. And it must have been like a Ray Dunn print, Anyway, but I think it's kind of cute and I kind of like it. So it's not really big enough to wrap much with it. So I'm thinking about using that for my journal cover. So I get all ready and I think, all right, I come in here about a half hour ago and I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna video, I'm gonna make my journal. And then I was digging for my paper because I had, the last time I had this out, well, I guess I had it out in November to make my November journal, but I forgot that I used most of it when my daughter was here. I made those 6 journals for her, and then I made my November journal. So I only have three pieces left. So I was like, darn it. I really need to make this journal today because today is the 2nd and I don't want to start off so behind that I can't catch up. So then I thought, well, I remembered this is the November journal that never happened. So this is all blank. I thought about getting something to put on the front and say nothing to see here. But I don't want to waste this paper either. Of course, like I said in the last video, I could use this for November for next year. And it's already made. So I kind of hate to disassemble it, but I do need the paper. Or I could do something different. And I know I always tell you I don't have gobs of scrapbook paper. And I don't. I mean, I have plenty of paper pads, don't get me wrong. But I have more Christmas than I have anything else. Now, a lot of it I do use to make cards, and I've been making cards. And hopefully I'm going to be able to bring you along for some of that. But, so I thought, well, I'm not sure how I'm going to like having this as my page. Maybe not this one, but I think I might use scrapbook paper. Let me see if I can find 16 pages I can live with. But I got to cut it down, and that's the one thing I like about the other is I don't have to cut it down. My theory is if I start with blank paper, just white paper, I can always glue scrapbook paper on top of it. And so that's why I don't make mine with scrapbook paper. I was kind of thinking this one for the inside cover. It just says happy always, merry everything, and happy always. It wasn't super busy. I could use Santa and the little reindeer. That's cute too. And that actually might, it kind of has that playful feel, This is just kind of generic. Thought about this because this I would not use for, okay, it's thicker paper. This I would not use for card making because it's got such a large image. By the time you cut it down, I mean, you could, but I have like 3 sheets of it. So I'm trying to use up, I've had this paper pad for a long time. And I'm trying to use up some of it. See, I don't know what to do with those big pieces because obviously they're designed to make a 12 by 12 scrapbook page, right? And I don't do that. So I never know how to use those. And of course that one I was thinking about cutting out the tree and using it actually on either the day we put up the tree or use it on Christmas. But this certainly would work. That would work. That would work. So I'd like to use up this paper pad, especially the pages that I don't know what to do with. I still have such a mess in here, y'all. It's a ridiculous. This one might have to be in 2 parts because I'm playing with Squirrely Brain today and it's not helping me not being able to find stuff. See, I don't want to use that as my page. That's got glitter on it. I like that page. Well, you can tell I only have one left of it. These have more black and white. I might would use that. Ooh, wait a minute. That might go better on the inside, and I'm not going to use that for card making, I don't think. That matches that red on that paper better. I do like this page. Ooh, that would be neat on the inside cover. All right, see why I haven't, I've spent an hour trying to just get the stuff together to make my journal. And I get hung up in that, will I use it for something else more later? That probably was not grammatically correct, but you know what I mean. I like this as the inside cover. That might be the winner. Anyway, I'll flip through this. Now, I like that too. That came in first or second for the cover. I think the deciding factor was, well, it's a little bit different. The one I had a 25 right here, and it was going to be in the, it was going to get cut off, and I didn't like that too much. See, there's one I wouldn't use for card making. These I never know what to do with. I'll use them in my journal. That's what I need to do with them. That's kind of neat for the inside cover. Just black, red and black. That one, yeah, see, I won't use it. Oh, I love this sweater paper. Okay, anyway, pick one and be done with it. That one's kind of neat. Not really into just the black though. Kind of like this red and black. And, okay, just pick one or you're not going to get this thing done. Pick one. I already have this one out. Oh, now we have ambulances. Okay. Oh, here's the one I thought to use for the cover. I liked it, except this 25 was going to get cut in half, and that made me sad. So that's why I chose not to use that one. Of course, if I use it anywhere in the journal, it's going to get cut in half. This one actually has all the colors. All right, choose it and be done. It's not as thick a paper as I would like, but all right, tell me which one. Oh, I probably should have done this on a live, huh? Except we're fixing to watch a football game. So, there's that. Yeah, I kind of like it. Okay. And it's a little bit thicker because this wrapping paper is not very thick. So, okay, we have cover and inside cover. Now I need to figure out, or maybe I don't. Maybe I just make the cover in this one and then be done. Oh, shoot. Okay, so do I need to change the dimensions on my journal if I'm using scrapbook paper? I don't think so. I might need to make the, come on. I might need to make the, what do you call it thing, spine a little wider, because scrapbook paper is thicker than anything else I use. Oh man, I picked a boo-boo one. It's all right. Let me get, I dropped this big old trimmer on my foot earlier. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. So how have y'all been? I have been in full swing Christmas mode, which I'm glad. I think it was probably a wise decision not to try to catch up on November. I think I just needed, you know, a little bit of a break. Not necessarily from journaling or anything specific. Just, you know, sometimes your brain just needs a break. And let me start here, because I know that has to get cut off. Yeah, this room is a mess. All right, so I still want 6.5, because that's still my scrapbook paper. If I fold it in half, it's going to be 6. Am I in frame? Sort of, kind of. It's going to be 6 inches wide, so 6.5 is still a good mark. Yeah, you know what I mean. A good width. So I put this crease on the 6.5 inch line, sort of, kind of. And then I think I want to give myself at least a 1/2 inch. I don't like an inch. I think that it just feels wonky in my hand. If it's a book and it has a hardcover, that's fine. I can't get out my January one. And this is not a junk journal, so I don't need that thick of, I've never used scrapbook paper in my journal, so we're fixing to find out. So I think I'm going to put it, yeah, 1/2 inch is plenty. I'm going to put it on the 7. And darn it, I forgot my score. Let me see if I can find my scoreboard. Yep, it's right here. Good. Yay. Something worked out. Let's see. Okay. So I want to score. This is my front, which it really doesn't matter at this point. But see, this is right on that 6.5 inch line. And I'm not going to make all the little scores this time. I don't think it'll matter if I do. I definitely want the 7 inch. The one at the 7 inch line. So I definitely want that one good and burnished. Or scored, whatever you want to call it. And then this one I just want to smooth out. Once it gets that thick paper on it, I try to have thicker paper on one side or the other. If my cover paper isn't that thick, then I try to at least put it on the inside. That's why I chose this one instead of the other one. So let's see if I can get that to bend. There. You have to train your paper. You have to tell it, I want you to bend here. Right? You gotta boss it around a little bit. It doesn't have to bend. We're only expecting it to bend like this. It doesn't have to be a complete fold necessarily. All right, that looks good to me. Pretty good, pretty good. But I am gonna fold it. Okay. There. That way it lays right. I don't know if any of that made sense or not, but if you've seen me do this before, you know. Okay. Now, to figure out how to cut this big roll of wrapping paper on screen or on camera. And I hope I have enough glue stick handy. I didn't even check my glue stick. I'm not, well, the easiest thing would be to do is just to glue the whole thing down. but then this buckles, okay? So I like to cut it and glue it to here and glue it to here and then use tape on my spine. Why am I struggling remembering that word? Anyway, that's what I like to do. So I'm just gonna get kind of a rough cut. And am I making you seasick over here? I'm gonna get a rough cut, and then I want to put it on my paper trimmer. I think that's my plan, because there's no way I can cut this straight. I'm just trying to get it down to a little bit more manageable size. There. And I can still wrap something small with that. And ready? Let me see if we like that. What's that gonna look like? Gonna look like that. I think that maybe a little plainer than I thought it would be, but I kind of like it. I have ribbon I can put on it, and I can doll it up somehow if I really want to. But let me cut it. I'm gonna kind of cut it in half a little bit, not quite half. I'm gonna cut it right here where I want the, well, there. And then I'm gonna put it on my paper trimmer. There might have been an easier way to do this, and you might be screaming at me going, do it this way. But it's kind of hard to contend with because it's so curly. So as of right this second, I don't guess it really matters. Yes, it does. Because I think I can get all of these words if I make this the front cover. All right, so I want my other paper trimmer, which is right here. Had to replace the blade in it. I went to go cut paper for cards, and it was chewing up the paper something fierce. Okay, so this is one of those tonic trimmers, and I really had a hard time finding, oh dear, let's see. Well, I know my line is not as straight. This is the top of the roll. Maybe their cut line is straighter than mine. So I'm gonna cut it at, well, that's 7. Let me start there. Oh, that cut like butter. Yes. Okay. I just need it to leave myself enough to kind of trim this up. I just want to clean it up. I don't want to cut off the Mary and the Believe. I don't know if it's really going to let me do that or not. Ooh. Maybe I got lucky. Maybe. Okay, so that's the front cover. This one is the back. Again, let me use, oh, I didn't cut the bottom. I like, what do I like on here? I just need to straighten this line up, I think, a little bit. And then I can kind of see where I'm going with it. This is what I didn't do on the first one. I did not cut off the top. I need it to be, my box is going to be about 9 and no, you know what? I'll cut that after I glue it. I'll never get that lined up right. Okay, so ultimately I want this to be, did I cut the other one? I can't remember what I did. Okay, a little over 6.5. That gives me a little wiggle room. wiggle room, so I don't have to be perfect with my gluing, if you know what I mean. There. I just wanted it in more manageable pieces. I'm trying to think if I've ever done this before. I don't know, probably. I think I've made journals out of so many different things. Okay. So this is... I want that at the top. And then it's going to cut off piece down here a little bit. But that's okay. You get the idea. I either cut off... Uh-oh. See, I already scored that. I could cut that at the... Leave that at the bottom. See if I can get that line out of there. Cut it at the bottom and then cut off Mary. Do I like that better? Yeah, maybe. Except I wish I hadn't done that. Maybe it'll come out with the glue. And then I think I'm still going to end up losing. I need to cut a little bit off. No, I don't. Yes, I do. I need it to not go over that line right there. So I need this at... I guess I'm going to do 6 1/4. Maybe that'll work. Because I'm still trying to keep this edge right here. Otherwise, I would just cut it off once I glue it on. Okay. That's better. So I might as well do this one the same way. What do I want to show? I think I'm going to do the same thing. Cut off this top. And then I need to... I'm just going to trim it off of this side, I think. Need to make it 6 1/4 also. And then that should only leave me 6 1/4, 6 1/4. I think that would leave me like... Okay, come on, journal math. Should only leave me with like a 1/2 inch total that I have to tape, so that'll be fine. Some of this side's gonna get covered up anyway. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna glue it like that. Well, that's not exactly straight. Straight-ish. Okay, where? Let's see. I'm gonna fix an avalanche. If you hear a no, I'm not. I'm gonna use my Teflon paper. I didn't get out any of my glue paper. My little dry wax sheets that I glue with. Yeah, this proved to be harder than if I had just used scrapbook paper to begin with. This is not a full... Okay, I'm doing it on the page itself. I mean, on the cover itself. And then that way the paper will stick wherever I want it to stick, right? We are getting ready. It is a big football weekend. As a matter of fact, I'm going to miss the first 30 minutes of our game making this video because I was delayed. But he said he'd record it. This is the SEC championship day. Okay. That edge wasn't entirely straight anyway. So that worked. I'm going to trim that up a little bit and see what we think. Well, come on, trim it straight. And just a little overage. But it won't cut off our words that we wanted. So are you journaling for December? Did you make your journal yet, or do you buy one? Ooh, I might have to file that down a little bit. I almost when I realized that I didn't have any paper, my inside paper, I almost just used one that I bought. Boy, I used a really bad box. That's all right. Kind of par for what's going on. Oh no, and it doesn't, it doesn't cover up Triscuit either. Oh well, you know what? It's just, it is what it is. I didn't even think about that part. It's not, because it's lighter. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. That's all right. That's kind of, yeah. Glue stick. Kind of indicative of how my day is going with this journal mess. So, why not, right? Of course, we have some problems. But anyway, so our, I know the SEC not national championship, the SEC conference championship is coming on here shortly. So I'm eager to watch that. I don't know whether to expect a win or a loss, but I think it'll be a good game. All right, let's at least put it on here straight, or not upside down. Oh, I made one of my cards upside down. I was so sad. All right, so I don't want to go over that line right there. And I want this bottom. Nope. I need that side to line up or go over a hair. There we go. There. Oh, it went on smoothly. Yeah, see, that paper's not thick enough to control that little crease right there. That was very thin wrapping paper. I didn't realize how thin wrapping paper was, so that might not have been a great idea. But I've committed at this point. I mean, I could always glue a piece of scrapbook paper over it if it really bothers me. So I will see how it looks when I get the inside cover on it. The inside cover paper, and then we will reassess that. So it would have probably been better if I'd have folded the box that way and put it on this brown instead of the outside, but you know, do as I do, not as I say, right? Let me make the mistakes for you if you're going to try this. Let me see if I can smooth that at all. And it's on, that's why I put it on the back cover. I'm not that worried about it. Okay. So what did I decide? This one? Do I really like it? Oh, I don't like this. I don't like it at all. I'm so sad. I thought I would like it. And let's see if I do this, and then I don't know if I'm going to need pockets or not. I thought I saw some green in there. Oh, wait. No. I was going to use this, but this is thin paper, so I really can't. And then I could make pockets out of this. Just stick with your plan, girls. Stick with your plan. There was one more in here that I could use if I... No, I like it. Just use it. So this one's easy. I'm just cutting it in half. Right. So I'm just well, I'm going to put a hole right there, apparently. So I'm just cutting this at the 6-inch mark. That was much easier. Okay. So we shall see, because we might be changing this cover before it's over. And like I said, this might be a part 1, and well, I'll see how far we get. I'm going to save that because I love the Mary. Like, I need more scrap stuff laying around. Yeah, I have not gotten control of this room yet. And I have been in full Christmas mode. So I've been making Christmas cards. I've done most of my shopping, or a lot of it anyway. A lot of it I did online. Some of it I did in the store. I still have more to do. My husband and I, we did our little date night. We did it early this year. We like to go to the mall and maybe just, you know, get 1 or 2 things, or look in 1 or 2 stores. And then we go, there's a, really don't think it's not Chinese food. It's some, I don't know. It's really good. And we only get it like 1 time a year. Once or twice anyway. But that's kind of our treat when we go to the mall. We don't go to the mall very often. It's not far away. It's just, well, I haven't. It's just big, you know. It's a lot for me to go around, and I gotta, you know, we gotta dig out the wheelchair and all the things. So I try not to do that, but you know, 1 time is good. So that cured my itch, so to speak. You know what I could do? I could fold it now and make this the cover. That's not what I wanted as my cover, though. Really is not. I should have just stuck with the Santa and the busy reindeer. Or what was that? Santa and something. It was very busy, but it was cute. And I can still go back and glue it on. It wouldn't take me that long. It certainly would be easier than fooling with the wrapping paper I just did. So, if you were watching this to decide whether or not to use wrapping paper on your journal, I may have changed your mind for you. But if it was a darker base, you wouldn't be able to see through it. But it is very thin. And that probably was one of the thinner pieces of wrapping paper. Let's see. Right here. One here. What am I going to cut off? Yep. I want it up here. Yeah. There we go. Much easier. Much, much, much easier. When you have paper with words, though, you do have to kind of get it straight. Sort of, kind of. And I sort of kind of got it straight. Not entirely. Alrighty. Are y'all doing any of the December prompts? December daily or anybody else's prompts? I was looking earlier because I had told you when I came back on, in the last video, I had said I would have the prompts ready that I was going to do. I found one, and I think I might use that one. I didn't print it off yet, so I'm still looking because I didn't find what I thought I was going to find. So, yeah. I would like, and I just need to order some. I think I would like some different color tape. Uh-oh. I'm just trying to audition this, so to speak. I just want to see if I'm going to like it. Meaning, like, I'm not going to use something other than the tape. I'm still going to use the tape. But I'm trying to see if I will like that for the cover or if I want to change it. It fits perfect. It fits perfectly fine. And, well, you know what? It's on there. This, gluing this on stiffened it up. And when it dries, I can still feel it's wet. And it is so rainy here. It's so humid. This might take a month to dry. Let me see if I can get this on sort of straight. All right, tape it to the nonstick surface. Well, you gotta kind of do it straight-ish. Okay. And then the book has to be straight-ish. Yep, that'll work. I'm not redoing it. Well, I didn't get it very far over on the front, but that's okay. And I'm not wrapping it all the way around. I'm just doing the you know, the top edges. Ooh, it barely covered. I knew that if I used the scrapbook paper, that was the other reason why I used the wrapping paper, because to cut a 12-inch sheet of paper in half is only 6 inches, and normally I make it 6 and like 1/4 or whatever wide, and I don't do a full 1/2 inch on my spine, so that made this section wider, if you know what I mean. So my tape barely covered it. That was my other reason for not using scrapbook paper on my cover. There was a method to my madness. I could have picked, I have a whole thing of wrapping paper in there. I could have picked something that was a little darker so it didn't show the words, but honestly, I wasn't even thinking about that. I went to wrap something with that wrapping paper, and yeah, I didn't have enough. So I thought, oh, that'd be cute for a journal. So anyway, it's a little bland, but we can add something. See, that livens it up a little bit. Yeah, I like that. I have a whole bucket of, this is the one I was thinking would actually work better because, well, I can't find the end of it. Here we go. I think these are going to be too wide. Yeah. And even this one, I think, is a little too wide. Okay, so put those back out of the way. This one has, it's not white and red gingham. It's kind of red and off-white gingham. Now, I realize my tape is whiter. But this paper is, oh, that, yeah, okay. This paper is kind of a cream color. It's not white. Yep, I like that a lot. Okay. So, measure twice, cut once, right? I have all of this ribbon left over from when I used to make tags, and, you know, I'm going to make tags this year. I'm going to make my own tags for my presents this year. But I used to make them for other people, and I'm not doing that anymore, or doing that these days. So I just had all this ribbon in that front room that I was telling you that we got cleaned out last time. And so I was able to find all my ribbon and stuff. So I thought, well, I need to use some of this up. There, I feel better about that. I have my art glitter glue in here. And I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see. Well, that did not help. I'm just going to run a bead of glue right along this edge. And so far I haven't had any trouble with the art glitter glue sticking. The ribbon, it's been fine. I want to kind of see if I got that straight-ish. Yeah, see, that paper was so thin, I can see that wrinkle. And that was not the thickest paper I had. I honestly didn't even think about the weight of it. And I should have, but I did not. Okay, I'm clearly going to have to leave this alone and let it dry. But I clearly can't. So, but that was kind of cute. It'll stick. It's just tacky, so when I touch it, it's pulling back up. So I'm not even going to trim it. I'm just going to sit it there and let it dry. And let me see how much time we have. Okay, we're okay. We can at least pick out the paper, even if I don't sew it in with you. Okay, so some of this is thinner. It's just scrapbook paper. Some of this is thicker. It's not quite cardstock, but it's a little bit better quality. Like, you know how you find some of the thicker stuff in paper pads? So, I don't think I want to use that. This is cute, but I can make cards out of that, maybe. I don't know if I would, but... Alright, so I have two. No, I might not use that. That's what I was going to use on the cover. I might make this my front. Since I didn't use it on the journal, I can either make this the front page, like the cover page, you know. I don't know. I'm not going to fold it yet. Alright, so inside I have 1, 2, I'm not using that. 3. See, this was, yeah, I already told you that, I think. This was one that I might could use it, but 2, 3, 4, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not really Christmassy to me, but it's not any other season either. Wait, I lost my count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I already have that one in here. 11. I already have that one. Not sure if I like this, but I think I'm gonna wait and use that for my January journal. Did I say 12? Let's see. I think I may have, did I already use that one? I don't know. Let's see, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's not specifically Christmas. Okay. I think that was 16-ish. This is cute, and I was planning on making cards with it, but then I changed the way I make cards, so I'm not. So I could definitely use it in here. I was debating on which one I would try to time it. Not time it. I would try to calculate which day was going to be Christmas. And try to find out what paper. Let's see, let me count this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. I kind of like this little ornament one though. Okay, so that one I would use. I don't know. If they're too busy, it's hard to use on cards. Which one would I take out? Because I think I have 17. Do I want to take out the trees? I don't know. I was kind of eager just to use it up. 18, I think I have. All right, so let's try to put them in some kind of order. And I'm not even going to pretend that I can. Okay. I'm going to use this as the cover, the front cover. Actually, well, good job, Ace. I put all this on top of the wet glue. This is going to be kind of against that, so I don't know. This one might have to be my front cover. What do we think? That one? I'd like this one to be. Yeah, that'll work. Let me make sure I didn't disturb that too much. I set that paper on. I was letting it dry, and then... Okay, so that's my first one. this is not double-sided, so I'm gonna have one white page, one printed page, and then I'm gonna have, that kind of stinks, but I'll have to cover it up somehow. So if I do that, what if I do this one next? Oh, I have to trim it all. I just kind of want to see. I'm just playing. So if I have that one next, and then what about this one? Is it going to matter? Not really. Okay, so I don't have to worry about any of the colors being next to each other. So that's not a big deal. Okay, so I don't really have to worry about what goes first and what goes last. So all I need to do is trim them down. So I can do that. Can you tell I haven't done this before? Let's see. That is 12 by, I need to cut off, it would help if I knew how tall my journal was. Because do you notice I didn't even trim that? It is almost 9 1/4, so I need my pages to be 9 inches tall. So these are 12-inch pages, which means I need to cut off 3 inches, except for the ones that have the branding tag. So, does this have a direction? Maybe. So I just need 3 inches cut off of it. Right? That sound about right? Now, let's fold this and see. Some of them I can keep and I can just fold up. See how that fits. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, there's one. Okay, so this one is our cover, so I'm gonna just fold it up, and that direction does matter. Probably is an easier way to do this. Right here. Well, if there's a hard way to do something, I will find it. They don't have to be perfect, but you would never know that because, yeah, okay, so that definitely is upside down, but it will have to do. That'll do, donkey, that'll do. Okay. So this is my cover. And yeah, I'm just doing one signature. I don't ever do more than one. Except with like a junk journal. So, yeah, so this will be page 1. And I don't know. Do I want pockets on a lot of them? Maybe. Because I might have extra stuff to put in here for December. This is, I think I'm going to go, oh shoot, you know what? Darn it. I should have folded that end up and not this one. Okay, I'll have to be mindful of that next time. Some of those are loose papers that I bought from, well, clearly Hobby Lobby. Or some of them I bought from Joann's. But anyway, 3. I might not have time to do all of this with you because we are already almost at an hour. And my game is, it started, about 25 minutes ago. So, But I think it'll be fun. It'll be, try something a little different, right? Okay, I hope that doesn't avalanche. Fold this last one and then, okay. This one doesn't have a direction, doesn't have a thing on the back. So that part doesn't matter. Okay. That will work. Anyway, so I will come back. I don't know if I'm going to come back for like sewing it in. No, I don't need that one. That's right. Anyway, I don't need all those pockets together, and I don't necessarily need all those pockets anyway, but I have them. Here we go. This one I think I'm gonna, nope, I'm just gonna fold it. I want them to kind of be the same height. I don't want too much different, you know what I mean? Too much change, and I'll go blah, blah, blah. So, those. Anyway, so I'll probably come back and just decorate the pages with you. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to limit how many pockets I have. So, that will be fine. I'm just going to cut down some of these. And when I figure out, I did not, if you were waiting for them, I have not done them. I haven't done any printables. I had started them back in July. I should have finished them, but then I got, you know, caught up in October and spring. Now look what I just did. And y'all saw me do it too. Oh well. Can't use that page. Well, I could if I glue it back together. I did not mean to do that. That is not what I meant to do. I meant to cut off 3 inches of it, and I cut off 6. I just cut it right in half. Anyway, where was I? Unless I finish them, I may work on them while I'm watching the football game. It depends on how stressful the game is. And if I get... Ooh, I think I'm going to fold this one. I like this one. Because that'll be fun. Anyway, if I get them finished while I'm watching the game, or maybe even this evening, then I will bring them back and you know, show them to you on the next video. But more than likely, I'm not. You know, because by the time you get them done and uploaded somewhere and all that good stuff, I don't know. I'll see. I shall see. And I don't want to end up, if the game is stressful, I don't want to accidentally throw my iPad either. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But I hope that this is, here we go. I'm hoping that this is not too thick. You know what I'm saying? So far, so good. I'm not done, but that'll be very festive. Uh-oh. Okay, that one is too tall. I can tell that already. And then I can trim up my... I can still feel how damp this is. And I did not glue it all the way to the edge, apparently. Because it's lifting. Anyway, if you're new here, I'm sorry, this is a little bit of a squirrely video, and I apologize for that. Like I said, my head's kind of all over the place today. I wonder if I knew that didn't quite look right. And of course, I burnished the heck out of that, didn't I? I think that'll work. Hopefully that's enough, but it will help. Well, that pocket is gonna have a, what do you call that, a gusset? So, let's see if it fits in here. Well, it's still tall, but at least it fits in the book. So, all right. Well, this is what it's looking like. That is what it is. This will be festive and fun and something new for me. How I journal on it, I don't know yet, but we will find that out. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, I'm not even halfway. So, yep, that's going to be a thick one, but that's okay. All right, well, I'm going to oh, man, I could have done the thick red rickrack. Oh, well, I like the plaid. Or the gingham, rather. Oh, here's one. So I have 8, so I'm halfway done. I need 16 pages. Unless I limit myself to a half a page per day, but I really struggle doing that. For the people that can do that, kudos to you, because I struggle with it. Months like November, that probably would have been a good idea. But I'm trying to decide if that's going to drive me totally batty. I should have measured it, but I did not. Anyway, I'm liking it. It feels good in my hand. So the sturdy pages inside is helping sturdy up that cover, if you know what I mean. And also as the glue dries, and then, you know, this paper was thicker, like I said, so that sturdied it up quite nicely. The glue will sturdy it up some. And as long as I quit messing with it and let it dry, it will be fine. So anyway, I'm going to leave you there, and I will come back. I'm not sure if I'm going to make a part 2 and finish the journal with you, or if I'm just going to finish it and then come back and decorate it with you. So we will see how this goes, and I will come back either way, and we'll work in the journal. You have a wonderful rest of your day, and I thank you for spending time with me. And yeah, I'm going to go watch a football game. Roll Tide. Bye.